YouTube, welcome to the show. We got some things to discuss today. It seems like there's like breaking news, and we're fighting a evil power that we never fought before. This is not the evil side of Islam or mental disturbed. Or is it mental disturbed? Welcome to Deeply Disgusted. And today we're going to discuss Charlie Kirk's killer. Dating, living, and kissing a transgender. Come to find out, a transgender was his boo. We're going down as a people. But let's see what Fox News got to say.
According to FBI officials.
And this is the same partner that reportedly came forward with messages from the suspect discussing the killing, including the rifle, engraved bullets, and a change of clothes.
Retired FBI Supervisory Special Agent James Gagliano joining us now. You know, we've had this conversation,
Oh, so his transgender boo gave him up. This transgender is the one who gave the police the information with the texts and the pictures, unless their transgender was forced to. So what do that tell you, fellas? What do that tell you out there? What do that tell you? That tells you that even the mentally disturbed that think they are something that they not will still trade on you in a relationship.
friend, about the nexus of information as we continue to unpack this investigation. If you wouldn't mind, is it relevant at all as a data point who this person, this shooter was involved with? Does that matter at all as we look at the investigation in terms of the community?
Yes, it matters. We want to know who he was talking with, who he was having sex with, and who he even was masturbating to on television. We want to know everything about this shooter. We want to know what type of toothpaste he used, what kind of soap he used, and all type of other things, because he's sleeping with transgenders. So us straight guys want to know so we don't buy them.
Community, Lawrence, and I think even Rachel mentioned earlier, Discord communities. How do you unpack that when people say, oh, well, it shouldn't matter?
Investigations are layered. And really, when you go to look at this now, we're seeing this new ideation, which is assassination culture.
Yeah.
What does that consist of?
Yeah.
Starts out with a grievance. These are all grievance collectors, whether it's a mass shooter, a terrorist, or a political assassin. You add into that an ideology. My ideology is superior to yours. You're an existential threat. You're going to stop the next election. You're against my family unit. And last, moral absolutism. You believe that you are superior, your thinking is superior, and I have the right to take.
Yes. 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 He's 100% correct. Their thinking is superior. The liberal thinking, and especially the liberal mental thinking. You know, when you constantly broadcast information and call people Nazis and call people Hitler and you call people the devil on national television, you these big broadcasting channels, these CNNs and stuff like that. You basically call people things that are people who did the worst acts in history. So what that do, that okays a mind, not just a liberal mind, but a liberal mind that's mentally ill. These transgenders, they're mentally ill. And when you constantly repeat stuff every day, you give a narrative every day on television to mentally ill people, they believe it. They'll think they're superior. They're going to want to take you out. They're going to want to make a mark in history because their life sucks. They're depressed. They're on psychotics. They're on all type of medication. They're on all these trans meds that give side effects. Don't y'all know that's how the healthcare system stay in business? They stay in business based on side effects. And all you doing is making a business bigger because every medication you take, you get the side effect to get another medication to treat that side effect. They mentally ill.
Your life, because I disagree with you.
So in this country, we have a history, sadly, of political assassinations.
That's right. Yep.
And, let's take JFK, for example. People had a lot of ideas and theories about what would have what happened. And was that killer or shooter, he was obviously a disturbed person, but who was actually behind animating and using that disturbed person to actually, kill our president? So do we know?
That's true. I think the investigations have to get deeper. I think the investigations got to get deeper and deeper and deeper. They're surface level. I think that they have to intertwine and get into everything they was watching. If this person was watching CNN a million times a day, guess what? CNN, you got a lawsuit coming. I think we need to hold these companies responsible because it may not be necessarily a person paying these people to assassinate people, but in a way, they're recruiting them through their rhetoric. They're recruiting them.
Know anything about that? And do you feel like our government can be trusted to dig that deep?
We're certainly not immune to political violence. I mean, in our 250-year history, 4 sitting presidents have been assassinated. We're conditioned, sadly, Rachel, that
4 presidents was assassinated? I didn't even know that. It was 4. I know Lincoln. Who else? 4 presidents? 4 American presidents was assassinated? Wow. Yeah, our country is fucked up.
that's normal, whether it's Gabby Giffords or Justice Kavanaugh. We think that that's almost our norm. Charlie was an interlocutor. He was somebody that just went to college campuses and debated. Now, in looking at this assassin and what he did, it was just a cacophony of errors and how clumsy it was. He was successful in what he ultimately set out to do in his dastardly deed. He is essentially a murderous nihilist. But the FBI now is digging deeper. Was he inspired by somebody or something? And was he directed, or did anybody provide any material support? That's important.
That's what I want to know.
Can we stay right there?
That's what I just said. Dang, I need to be a commentator on one of these channels. Ain't that just what I just said? They need to get deeper. They need to find out who are influencing these transgenders. Is this some type of transgender queen, a honeybee queen out there? Is it like a transgender like the queen bee? Where's the transgender queen bee at? We need to have a discussion. We need to bring this transgender queen bee to the table, and we need to have her control her peoples.
Because we got to stay.
Or his peoples.
Statement from Discord, which is the chat feature, the gaming app that they were using. Now, they say that they've kicked them off the app, and the communications that took place were after the assassination. I'm not comfortable with just the company's answer. I want to see how forensic people do. Do you think there could have been planning on the app before? And if the people that he was communicating with knew about it or had conversation about it, will they be brought in?
That's the tough thing. I mean, we cherish our Fourth Amendment protections, against illegal searches and seizures.
We need to get rid of these amendments. We need to get rid of these amendments. If it's going to save lives, we need to get rid of them. Because if you got a group of trends discussing on how to kill us regular folks on a Discord, Houston, we got a problem.
Seizures and all of our privacies that we appreciate as well. This is tough. Remember 2015
Nah.
San Bernardino and at the
No, trans don't have privacy. Trans don't have no privacy. They was in the closet. We was giving them all the privacy they wanted. They was in the closet dressing up like maids and dressing up like all type of strippers with man hair and hairy sacks, using a mama lipstick, using a mama wigs. We left them in the closet. They was playing dress up this whole time. Now they're into politics. And now that they're into politics, now we got to deal with them. Now all of a sudden they had laws. Obama gave them one leg up and now they want two legs. Obama gave them one leg and now they want two legs. Well, guess what? Us conservatives, we hungry. And we gonna eat all the legs. We eating all the legs and we eating all the thighs. So if y'all want a leg, you're gonna have to cut our belly open.
the time FBI Director Comey trying to get into an Apple phone from the terrorists who were dead and was unsuccessful.
No.
We had to end up going to get some kid to break the code because Apple wasn't working with us at the time. Later, they changed their mind. Yeah, it's a tough thing. Again.
Yo, they had a kid break into the Apple phone? You see how the government, they got people in place? So in order for them to know that there was a kid that could break into the Apple phone, they been knew this kid could break into items like that. The government was using him. That wasn't his first contract. That kid probably got money because in order for the government to use him, he don't have no criminal record. He don't have nothing. He has a talent. The government is using him to break into an iPhone. That one contract is probably worth millions of dollars.
People online say crazy things. It's separating that from the people that are going to act on it. And Lawrence, to your point, that's the tough part.
Well, I think this is going to be a challenge for the FBI. You know, MAGA and President Trump's people are in charge. And I think people are going to, really look at this to see, do we have the FBI? Can we restore the trust that was lost?
Yeah.
So much of it lost during the last.
So much of it was lost. So much of it was lost. But little by little, we're going to gain America's trust back. We're going to become the party that we was back in the day when the KKK was hanging us because we was voting Republican. We're going to become that party again where it was established by black men in Congress, the conservative movement. We're going to become that party that was established in Maine, that from a little tiny house in Maine. We're going to come back to that party. And we're going to get far away from that Southern Confederate Democratic movement. That movement that held us down for so long and came back into the system using welfare. We're going to win. We are going to win. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and just remember, anytime you feeling hurt or disgusted with the world, you come here and you press that YouTube button and you watch Deeply Disgusted.